So we can start now. Okay, let's try to revise what we have discussed in the last class. So in the last class, we were discussing about two types of applications: framework application and implementation application. These are the two types. And also we have discussed about the purpose of each of this application type. So purpose of framework application is to hold or to have common functionalities placed, and the purpose of implementation application is to create and have specific functions. So usually transactions begins from implementation applications. That's the usual way of transaction mode. Okay, so your business transactions will go in the application implementation. Framework supports to provide reusable features, some reusable functional components and all. Who will supply that? Framework will supply, because at the time of creating, you create here. If you create a functional component in framework, which can be accessed into different implementations, So this is what we have discussed in the last class. See, if any one of you have missed yesterday's session, you must go through the video of yesterday's class, which we have shared every one of you. If you did not receive that video, you don't have that video, you can request on the admin number 9652532753. This is a Harsha Trainings admin number. Okay, you can request the admin. Okay, then admins will share you that videos. So whenever you are being given with a business requirement, first you need to think about whether this particular functional requirement that I want to implement, is it a common functionality of entire business or a specific functionality for one implementation. First you should question yourself about this. So if it is common functionality, then create in the context of framework application. If it is a specific functionality, you should be creating in the context of implementation application. Understand clear, everyone? So how would you know as a developer whether you have to place a functional component inside a framework application or inside implementation application? That you come to know only based on your business knowledge. You have the knowledge about the business, then you will be able to find out. You do not know about the business structure, then you may able to create it, but you are not going to position it at the appropriate place. So for that, you definitely need a business knowledge. That's why every developer should understand the real business structure. Then only you will be able to be a good developer. So if you want to create a new application in PEGA, then you can use a wizard called a new application. What is the wizard provided by PEGA? New application wizard. That wizard, if you just you'll understand the details that you need to provide in that wizard are name of your application that you wanted to create, type or structure, means whether you are trying to create framework or implementation, there will be option to choose. You will be choosing. If you are creating framework, you choose framework. If you're creating implementation, you create implementation, you choose. And name of the organization. Yesterday I told you, for every business, it will have some organization structure. Okay, in the structure of organization, it will be having organization name and different divisions and different units. Organization is topmost business entity. Under that, it can have a number of divisions. Under each division, it can have a number of units. We'll come across organization structure once again later. But for now, yesterday I told you, unit is the one where business processing will take place, transactions gets initiated. Means units are the places where transaction will get initiated. Then what about organization and division? These will have common functional components which will be supplied. See, organization division are not related to, you don't compare with applications. Application is a roof. I will tell you what are these organization division in detail later. Okay, I told you with real-time example also. Okay, about organization, divisions and units. So in the real world, any business will have these levels. So in the real world, wherever you go and see, units are the places where transactions gets initiated, gets processed. Okay. So these are the points which we have discussed. If today is your class 1 and you did not attend last 2 days, you may not be able to understand all these things in detail. maybe you'll get a rough idea, but you'll not be able to understand. But it will be much clear when you go through yesterday's videos. Okay, please understand that. And today we are going to look at the practical. So we are going to see how to create framework application and how to create implementation application. But before that, look at a diagram which we have. So this practical you will be able to understand even though it is your first class. So yesterday I was telling this application structure. See, whenever you purchase PEGA platform, PEGA license and install PEGA platform will have so many functional components already built in provided. Built in what we call in PEGA? OOTB means out of the box. OOTB means already there. PEGA platform comes up with so many functional components in its application called PEGA platform. Application name also PEGA platform. Its ID is, you can see here. What is the ID? PEGA rules. So PEGA rules is the main thing. Like PEGA rules process command environment when you purchase, it comes up with so many predefined functionalities. This functionality should be available in some application now. That application name is PEGA platform. And PEGA platform application features can be accessed into our applications. I will just change the diagram. Hold on. I'll take you to another diagram. So PEGA platform application features can be accessed into another application. That is, on top of PEGA platform, we are going to create our own business framework. So related to our business, we will create one framework. On top of our business framework, we will create one implementation application, one or more. See, this implementation application can access the functionalities of our business framework as well as PEGA platform. Both it can access. Our business framework will be able to access the functionalities of PEGA platform. PEGA platform. Clear everyone? So bottom application functionalities will be accessible to all other applications above. Middle one will be accessible to above one, above to it. Okay. See, finally, when we are going to practically work on creating framework application and implementation application, our framework application should be created on top of PEGA platform, and our implementation application should be created on top of framework application. So this diagram, everyone clear? Same structure we are going to achieve practically. Every one of you online clear with the diagram? So layer 1, layer 2, okay, layer 3. Which layer is already available? Third layer is already there. You purchase PEGA rules process command environment and you install. Third layer is already there. What are the layers we are going to create now? 1 and 2. Which one we create first? 2 we create. 2 we create on top of PEGA platform. 1 we create on top of the business framework which we are about to create. Understand clear? This is what we are going to practically achieve today. Okay, clear everyone? Makes sense? Shall we proceed with practical? Online students, everyone.
Yes, sir.
You can write like one. Yes, that is okay. Okay. You can mark like that, no issues. Okay. Anyhow, I am not going to save that numbers. Okay. So here you go now. See, I will be creating a document like this every day. I mean, like whenever we do practical, okay, I will create one document like this. Okay, in this document, I'll be taking the screenshots. Okay, So after the practice is, like the class is over, at your free time in the same day, may not be immediately, maybe after some time, you start working on the practical, just using this document as a reference. Okay, but your understanding should be like the overall you should understand in the live session only. Okay, so as you have document, don't feel like I will watch it later, I will go through it later and do it. Okay, please fully focus when you are in the class and learn it properly. That is very, very important. Understand clear, everyone? So what are you going to do is, you should have a notebook in your hand. Okay, all of you, classroom students and online students, both of you, you should have one notes in your hand while the session is going on. You are not going to write anything that we are going to discuss about technicals, but what you are going to write, you are going to write the heading of the concept and the business requirement. Okay, any important points you may note down, that is up to you, but don't write everything that I am teaching, because I will give detailed theory document. Yesterday I sent you, yesterday application related document I shared all of you, right? Does it have a clear cut information with diagrams, everything which we have explained? So that's how document will be provided to you. Don't have to write in the class. Okay, what you need to write is, whenever I tell you the concept name and business requirement, like this, by end of this training, all the concepts, each concept business requirement will be there in your notes. While writing, you will somewhat better understand that requirement. Okay, and students who are connecting online, you may use either notes or maybe create a Word document on your laptop and use that Word document, draft every day the requirements. It is better to have a notebook, but that is up to you. Classroom, if you did not bring any notebook today, write in your phone. Okay, చాటింగ్ ఫాస్ట్ గా చేస్తారు కదా, ఇది రాయండి. ఎంత బ్యాచ్ నెంబర్? 612. So your document will be like this. PEGA class 7 a.m. morning, right? 7 a.m. and this is November, right? November 07/08, right? November 08, 2020. This is your document. So every day you will receive document. Like practical, whenever we do, the document will be like this. Okay, so here you go. Write down, everyone. Creating new application, write the business requirement. Okay, I will not be writing the requirements in this documents. For today and tomorrow I may write. Okay, but going forward I will not draft any requirements in the documents. You have to note it in your notebook only. So the requirement is, create a new framework application. Create a new framework application to set up insurance business. To set up insurance business. Create a new framework application to set up insurance business. This is what you are going to do. Okay, that's it. You don't have to write anything further. Only that requirement you are written. That's it. Pretty much fair enough. So I'm going to give you the design. See, while you go through this document, you will understand this. A new application can be created by using new application wizard. You don't have to write these things. You don't have to write. Which part you are writing? Only this. That's it, done. Okay, and I'm going to give you these details. If you want to create a new application, then you can use a wizard provided by PEGA, new application wizard. While creating a new application, you should provide application name. You should choose the type of the application. You should provide the organization name, and you should provide operator ID. It will generate the password. I'm sorry. So here you go now. So we purchased PEGA platform and we install. I mean, like I'm talking about in the sense of clients. We will not purchase here. We will be using home version. You install PEGA software. Now you have to log in to create your first application. So how do you create? So you have login credentials, no? Administrator@pega.com, password, install. ఏమైందమ్మా? Administrator@pega.com and password, install. Okay, so I'll write down here. Login to PEGA using default credentials. Username is what? Administrator@pega.com and password is, see, this password is case sensitive. Username is not case sensitive. Username you can give any cases. Password, install all lowercase, small letter. Okay, and see here, when you log in by using default credentials, it will launch PEGA platform application. Which application it will launch? PEGA platform. Your framework application that you are going to create now, you are going to create on top of PEGA platform. Okay, so where is that option to create on top of PEGA platform? I'll tell you. Okay, look at here. Now click on application menu, then choose new application. It will open the new application wizard. Understand clear? So where is application menu? You can see here. This is application is there, no? This is application menu. Click on this and then choose what? New application. You able to do it or not? Following this navigation. This is application menu. Click on this and then choose new application. I am going to choose it now. Okay. Once I choose new application, it will open the new application wizard. See, you remember this point. Whenever you want to create a new application, you always log in by using default credentials only. Even though you have your own application, don't touch it. To create any type of new application, which login you are going to use? Default login only use. Just keep this in mind as a thumb rule. Okay, don't use your application login. See, there are so many options available, but while you are practicing, you don't have these many options. You will find only one option called as build from scratch. I will tell you. Build from scratch means create your application on top of PEGA platform application. PEGA platform. Do you want to create your application on top of PEGA platform application? Then you have to click on build from scratch. Understand? So if you click on build from scratch, your application will be created on top of PEGA platform only. Okay, so I'm going to click on build from scratch. Okay, click on build from scratch means from the bottom layer that is available, that is a scratch. From there you start. Now you will get the two options. One is Theme Cosmos traditional architecture. Another one is React.js related. Okay, React related. See, this has been introduced from 8.7 only. The version which we are using 8.7. From that version only it has been introduced. We have used it for one batch actually. But this has so many user interface issues that they might have fixed in the later versions. That's the reason why I don't want to access it, because so many UI issues are coming. First time they developed it, right? Means for this one and this one difference is PEGA provided UI, little bit options somewhere will change. Okay, some appearance will change, not even options, appearance. That has so many compatibility issues with browser and so many UI issues are there. So I don't want you to struggle going through this. Suppose if you join any project today, which version you are going to work on? As you are learning 8.7 here, it's not going to be 8.7 in your real time. You might be working on 8, you might be working on 7.4, 8.2, or maybe 8.8. Okay, it can be anything, 8.7, 8.5, anything. But learning 8.7 are the way that we are going to learn here, the approach that we are going to follow, and the way of looking at the technical aspects of PEGA. you will be able to work on any past versions of PEGA and even any future versions of PEGA also you will be able to work on. So which version you are learning here is not a big deal. Anyhow, you are learning almost the latest version, but 95% of all of you will be working on older version only. Older version means maybe 8.4, 8.5 or 8. Some people even maybe 7.4. That is pretty less. So most of you are going to work on previous versions. So traditional architecture only you will be seeing. So click on traditional architecture. Click on what? Traditional architecture option. This option actually is going to deal with how the PEGA PRPC UI looks like. Okay, both will have pretty less changes, which you can even ignore actually. Select. So click on this one. So here you go. Now it is asking, okay, you are trying to create one application, right? What is the name of the application that you want to provide? It is asking. So what is the name of the application I want to provide? Let's take some company name, AXA Insurance Group. AXA Insurance Group. I am
Yes,
providing one
sir.
name.
Sorry to interrupt, sir.
Go ahead.
I have one question. Yes, sir. We have chosen for traditional, no, sir. So real time, what they will choose? Cosmos
See,
or
it is very
traditional?
simple. Let me tell you. In real time, you will never do this. You will never do
Okay.
this in real time. Why? By the time you join, all this would have been done. You are an architect, solution architect after 10 years. You are there at the beginning of the project. You will coordinatively
Okay.
work together with your business analyst. I mean, like the business people, and you might be working on this task. You will never do this in your real time, not even once. Okay.
Okay.
Mostly,
Okay.
they would have created in traditional architectures only. If they upgrade the
Okay.
environment also, you can understand easily. It is not a big deal actually to bother about it. Okay. And someone else
Okay.
has posted a question. Hold on. We have to implement implementation application on framework application as I said. PEGA platform also framework layer, right? Can't we implement implementation application on PEGA platform? You can implement, but we wanted to follow a structural design which we have discussed. That's the same we are following. Whatever we have discussed, same we are trying to achieve. So here application name you provided as AXA Insurance Group. Okay. Now click on advanced configuration. Click on advanced configuration. Let me click on that. Some options will be shown. Okay, I am clicking on advanced configuration. See, when you click on advanced configuration, you see some options are coming. Application type or application structure is being chosen as implementation. Means by default, whenever you create application, PEGA is trying to choose that application as implementation. But what is that I want to create now? Framework. So what should I do now? Change the application structure. Okay, choose application structure to framework. What is that? I will choose framework. I am highlighting this and giving you the screenshot. If I highlight in the screenshots means that is being touched, okay, to modify something, or maybe you need to observe it while practicing. That's important. Next, you see application ID is coming. AXA INSUR. What is application name? What is application ID? Application name is just for display purpose. Just for what purpose? Display purpose. ID is the actual name which system will recognize. Okay. So application ID AXA insurance. Okay. మీరేం చేస్తున్నారు ల్యాప్టాప్ లో? Nothing, you can close it. Okay. So AXA insurance, AXA INSUR. Okay, AXA INSUR is the actual ID. See, your name may have spaces in between. Okay, your first name space, last name, that is okay. But if I assign you a student ID should not have any spaces. Anywhere in this world, IDs are a continuous string of characters. Names can be spaces, all this, that is okay, no problem. Okay, look at here now. Organization name. What is that? Organization name. Did we provide any organization name? See, this wizard has automatically generated one organization name, random name, which is not looking good actually. Okay, it's generated a random name, but you have to give a meaningful name of your organization. What would be the meaningful name? What is the company name here? AXA is the company name. Let's provide AXA only. What is there in that? Okay. So here you go. PRPC has generated a random name for organization. A random name for organization. So that doesn't look good. That does not look good. So let's remove it and manually type a new name for organization, which is AXA. We will give AXA as an organization name. Okay, that's a meaningful name of the company. So remove this and type AXA. See, it is coming as a drop down. Let me tell you one thing. In PEGA rules process command and environment, if you come across a text box with a thick blue color dot at the right bottom corner, that is a drop down. How do you populate the values of the drop down? You place the cursor here and you have a down arrow on your keyboard, right? On your keyboard you have 4 arrow marks, right? Down arrow, if you click, it will show existing organizations in my system. In my system, these many organizations are there. AXA is already available in the list, you choose it. But this is first time I am doing now. AXA will not be available. So what should I do? I will type it. I will type AXA. See,
Sir, if
the
we
moment
give
I type
the
here,
application name, it will automatically generate the application ID, right?
correct. So
Okay.
when you give
Thank
application
you.
name, it will generate application ID. You don't have to change it. Just keep it as it is.
If we want
See,
to change it also, we can change it, sir?
you
Or,
can change it if you want to change. Anything you want to change, you can change.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a default name for your information. It's random name. Okay. Fully focus on technical aspects. Okay. See here. Now, application ID and organization name. See, when I give organization name, it is coming here also. This is a display name label, and this is ID. This is actual one actually. Okay. Anyhow, that's okay. And then click on save. Click on what? So before you click on save, you see the options. Application type framework you have chosen. Some application ID is coming. And organization name you have given AXA. Save. You wanted to cross check once again. Click on advanced configuration again to cross check. Everything looks good. Then you click on create application. See, if I do not come to advanced configuration and if I directly proceeded with create application, what type of application would have been created?
Implementation.
Implementation application would have been created. So you have to come to advanced configuration and change it to framework and then proceed, because I thought of creating framework. Okay, create application. Okay,
Sir,
click
but
on
we
create
did not
application.
give division name, unit name, right, sir,
Did
in
I
the
tell you
advanced?
anything about divisions now? No. If I do not mention anything, ignore. Later we can see. Okay, we don't bother about these divisions units as of now. We will see later. Okay, only up to some extent we will learn on a first go.
If we want to
So
give, we
in a
need to give here, sir.
if you want to give, you give here, that is okay. But in a
Okay.
farm, if there are 10 options, I told you only about 5 options. I ignored remaining 5. Means that remaining 5 will be covered later. Okay, you don't have to even bother about it, because some of the things will be related to future sessions. See here, now your application created. Now application, now below are created. Below are created. What are the things created? I will tell you. See here, first one, application created. Second one, organization AXA got created. Okay, what else? So that's it. Login ID, that is, what is that? Operator ID. Login ID means what? Operator ID must be created by us. Okay, so we should provide it. We are going to create developer operator. What is that? Developer operator ID means the person will have access to create something, business components, modify, update, all these things he can do, delete and all. So here, optionally you can write, see, selected operator ID if it is already available. Already there in the system what you are looking for, then you select it. As of now, we did not create anything, no? Otherwise, you provide their email address, it will automatically generate. For now, the operator ID that you are going to create, you enter it in an email ID format. That email ID need not to exist in the real world. See, what is the operator ID I want to create it for? Developer purpose, right? Developer operator ID, developer ID. For which application? Framework application. @ email ID format, axa.com. See, I am entering the operator ID in email ID format, which makes a better sense to me. That is, developer operator ID having access to which application? Framework application. Email ID format it is asking, no? So I provided @ axa.com. Is it mandatory that you should also enter like this? You can enter anything of your wish. Okay. So I'll follow some naming format here while teaching. Okay. So just you are telling the process commander, you create one ID like this with author. Author means developer. Author means what? For your information, author is equal to developer. So click on add. Click on add. If you do not click on add, what will happen? It will not be created. If you want to create it, you have to click on add. Click on add. It will be created. Just wait for a minute. It is created or not? Now operator ID is created and password is generated. Password is generated. So copy these details into a notepad. So I'm just mentioning this point clearly here. Why you should copy these details into notepad? The reason is very simple. That operator ID you may remember. You may remember the operator ID, but you will not be able to remember this password. Better what I do? I'll copy into the notepad where I'm giving the class running notes. If you create application, are you going to get the same password? You will get something different. Don't copy it from here. That's not required actually. Okay. So this is for which application? AXA, FW, credentials. That is my, it's my personal, not yours. When you generate, you just save it. See, it is possible that you will not be able to remember this. Okay. Better you keep it aside. If you forget the password, then how? By mistake, without noting these credentials, you clicked on done. Okay, I will write down. Click on done button or log off button. You might be clicking. I'm clicking on done. Completed. Completed or not? Whatever we want to create, framework application creation is completed. Okay. Overall, that's what we wanted to achieve. Everyone clear? Without taking the password, noting down the password, if you have clicked on done, how to get that password? You cannot get as it is, but you can change the password. Even though you don't remember the old password, you can change it. I will show you. There is a document already available. I will send that document also along with today's documents. Okay. You are there in administrator credentials, no? Records, organization, operator ID. Your operator ID is available here. Yes or no? devfw@axa.com. You will open it and you will go to security tab. You will click on update password, new password and confirm password. It will not ask about old password. Okay. This is just for your reference. There is a document available for the same. Same navigations are there in a document. In case if you forget the password, that document will help you. You did not forget the password. That is not for you. The document you don't have to look into. Understand? So we are done with creating what? We are done with creating framework application.
Sir,
Where
when
did
we
we
are
create
creating
framework application?
operator IDs, in the drop down Cosmos authors is there, right? What are all the options?
There are no other
We
options.
can
Only
do?
one option is there.
Okay.
Okay. How many options
Okay.
are there? Only one. Okay. Authors means what?
Developer.
Developer. See, developer also called as system architect. In PEGA, you will be developer is also called as system architect. Beginner developer, junior developer, senior developer will be called as senior system architect. Okay, you are a lead, then lead system architect. Understand? Okay. Now, next one, creating implementation application. What is the next topic? Everyone right now. Creating implementation application. Write down everyone. create 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 an auto insurance implementation application. Create an auto insurance implementation application on top of the existing AXA insurance framework application. On top of the existing AXA insurance framework application. On top of the AXA insurance framework application, you should be creating this implementation. Understand? Create new implementation application. What did you write?
The default credentials means which we created, the operator ID or
No,
administrator?
no.
Administrator.
Hold on. I'll give, hold on. Administrator. What did you write? The first sentence? Yes, create an auto insurance implementation application. Okay. This application should be created on top of existing AXA framework application. Means AXA framework application is already available. Available or not? On top of it, you create your auto insurance, AXA auto insurance application. That's what we are going to do. That's it. Your task is done. You don't have to write. See, I already told you, anytime if you want to create any application, log in by using default credentials only. Login to PEGA using default credentials. What are those? Administrator@pega.com. The credentials which you got by default when you install PEGA software. Password is okay. Login. So you don't have to. We clicked on done. Actually, you know how to log in, right? So when you log in, you will come here. When you log in, this will be loaded. Yes or no? So you will log into which application? It will launch PEGA platform application. So anytime you are creating any application, always follow this process only. Okay, you can even do it from framework you created now. From there you can do, but there will be a slight difference. You are a beginner, right? You don't have to try that. Follow this process only. Again, what is the navigation to create new application? Application menu, and then choose new application. That process is same. But this time, when you are using Wizard, you will see two additional options, 2 or 3 additional screens, which we will just ignore and proceed. I will show you anyhow. Create new application. No, this is the navigation as usual process. As it is the same screen what we have got last time. But look at here now. Build from scratch option is there as usual. Apart from it, there are so many other options. AXA Insurance Group, Bajaj Insurance Group, Cigna Insurance. Like this, there are so many. No. Now you should be able to guess to tell me what are these things. Yes, correct. These are what? These are framework applications. While creating new application, PEGA platform will show all the available framework applications in PEGA platform. Build from scratch means that is also framework, no? Which framework? PEGA platform only. PEGA platform is a framework, no? But they did not provide the name as PEGA platform. Instead, they have given build. See, build from scratch means PEGA platform. AXA Insurance Group is listed. So which one we should proceed now? If you click on AXA Insurance Group, your application will be created on top of AXA Insurance Group. By mistake, if I click on build from scratch, this will be created on PEGA platform. But I don't want to achieve this one. I want to achieve. So click on AXA Insurance Group so that your application gets created on top of AXA Insurance Group Framework application. On top of that application, your application will be created. Understand? Let me click on that. This screen you did not get last time. You did not get this screen last time. This screen is nothing but it is asking for a confirmation. You have chosen AXA Insurance Group to create your application on top of it. Build with AXA Insurance Group, meaning that are you sure to proceed with the same or go back and choose a different one? So I want to proceed with. So click on build with AXA Insurance Group. Click on build with AXA. So I am sure that I want to create my application, build my application on top of AXA Insurance Group. I'm sure about it. I'll proceed. We did not get this screen last time. It is asking no case types available to clone. Clone means copy. Anyhow, you don't know what is a case type. Just give me 1 minute. You got any? Bantu? Paper ఏమైనా ఇచ్చారా మీకు నేమ్స్ రాయమని ఇవాళ ఇవ్వలేదా? అతను లేడా? Okay.
The number you have dialed is currently busy.
No case types are available to clone. See, anyhow, you don't know as what is a case type. We will be learning and working on case types when we start looking into technical concepts. So as of now, what we do here, we don't do anything. Just we proceed with continue. Just click on continue. I clicked on continue. Okay. Again, one more screen has come which we are not sure about. Data types. We will be practically working on all these things later. What could you be doing? So this screen also, as a beginner, you don't know. Okay, you know about this. These three screens are new screens which we did not get when we are creating build from scratch. Build from scratch, it will not ask. Now you see, name your application. What is the name? You should not provide the same name as the previous application. Means two applications cannot have same name. Paper pen తీసుకొని వీళ్ళకి డీటెయిల్స్ తీసుకో. AXA Auto Insurance. AXA Auto Insurance. This is a different name than previous. See, here you go. Click on advanced configuration. Click on advanced configuration. I am going to click on advanced configuration now. I clicked on it. Again, we will see the options. What are there? The option is it is trying to create implementation application. Is that the same we are looking for? So we are looking to create implementation application only, right? So we don't have to bother about changing it. This time I have highlighted and given you a screenshot. Just you have to make an observation. Previous time I have highlighted and given you for making change. I have clearly noted down there. Okay. You don't have to change. What is application ID? AXA Auto. AXA Auto is application ID now. Previously AXA Insurance, no. Both are different or same? This should be different. Next time when you are creating another application, not only these two, any application, AXA Auto I, AXA INSUR, these two names you cannot use. Understand? With the ID, how many students can be available here? Only one student, one ID. Two students cannot have same IDs. If I change it to AXA INSUR, suppose if I change it to AXA INSUR and try to save, it will throw error message. Already with this name, application rule sets are available. You cannot create. Okay, we are not changing anything. I'm just telling you that with the same ID, you should not have, you cannot have two applications. Okay, ID is coming automatically from based on the name. Okay, now here you go. Organization name is coming. What is a random name? It is generating something. Remove the random organization name and choose the existing organization. What is the existing organization? See, at the time of creating framework application, we did not choose AXA. We have manually typed AXA. It means while creating framework application, AXA organization is created. While dealing with implementation application, we are not going to create anything new. We wanted to use the existing. See, simple thing. Framework implementation coming from same organization. That's what we want to achieve. So what would you be doing? You remove this and click the down arrow on your keyboard. You will see all available organizations. The one which you are looking for is at the bottom. Select the one. Select this. Understand clear, everyone? So this time you are not typing, you are selecting. See, if you are not going to use the same organization for two applications, then there will be so many manual updates you have to do after you create applications, which will be difficult actually. So if you join a project, 99% of your projects will have same organization for all applications. But PEGA provided frameworks will be there. When you install those, that name will be different. This name will be. Even though name difference is not a problem, but you are a beginner, right? Anyhow, in your real time also, 90% same names will be there. Okay, same organization will be used for framework and implementation. So go with the same process. So click on where? Save. So click on save. So you want to proceed with the options like this is an implementation application and this is the application ID and organization is same as framework organization. Now you click on create application. This application now implementation application will get created. Now implementation application will get created. See, while you are creating new application like this, for you it may even take 5 minutes sometimes. So for the first time it will take more time. From the next time onwards, it will be faster. Okay, so you just have to wait for it to get completed. Again, add operator ID. Add operator ID. This time I am creating developer operator ID for my implementation application at @axa.com. @axa.com. So here you have only developer option. Okay, click on add. Click on where? If you forget to click on add, what will happen? Login ID will not be created. Creating login ID manually will be difficult. For you it is difficult. For me it is okay. So you please do it while practicing slowly. Go slowly with a proper observation and clear understanding. Okay. Then copy these credentials into a notepad. Just keep it with you. Okay, we need it now. AXA IMPL app. For AXA IMPL app, these are the credentials I have. Okay now. So now click on. So I'm going to click on done now. See here, I'm going to click on done. Sure, you can even click on log off. Yeah, that's okay. And now log off. Just get access to log off from here. This is the way you need. So our task is completed. So business has given us two requirements. Requirement 1, create a framework application on top of PEGA platform, which we have achieved. Requirement 2, create implementation application on top of existing AXA framework, which we have achieved. Now we can log in and check these applications. Now we can log in to both the applications. So can we have same credentials for two applications? Yes, you can have. See, with one login ID, you can log into 10 applications, no problem. That is possible, but we are not going to learn it now. You will be learning later after some time, having same credentials for different applications. So for the first time, when we log in for the first time, PRPC is going to prompt for password change. You need to update and proceed forward. So let's log into FW app. Just an experience of login, that's it. After login, you are not going to do anything. Okay. So where do I have that credentials? devfw@axa.com I can easily remember, but this password I cannot remember. devfw@axa.com password. I don't remember that password, so I copy pasted login. The password is the password which you have copied into Notepad. That's the password. Okay. Now it is asking, okay, you are trying to log in for the first time. What is the current password? What is the current password? So after you get the current password, then you are going to change it to the new password. So let me, this is the reason multiple times I'm using this password. No, I cannot remember. That's why I'm just copying and make it away. New password I'm giving as rules, RULES. While you are practicing, you can give any password of your wish. Usually, if I give rules password, I don't forget it. PEGA rules process command. I'm always giving the password as rules. Click on change password. It will make you login and launch FW application. And launch what? FW application. See, you need to wait for a while for this to get loaded successfully. It is loaded fully. It is loaded now. See here, this is called as the launch screen. What you have got here, desktop screen of PEGA. This is called as App Studio. You do not know about all these things, but you will be learning later. As a developer, you would be using App Studio, Dev Studio, and another studio will be there, Admin Studio. That's not coming by default, but we will add it. No problem. As a developer, you would be using App Studio, Dev Studio. What is the other one? Admin Studio. As a decisioning consultant, you will use Prediction Studio. That is a different framework. You don't have to bother about it. That's not required for us. That's not required for any one of you sitting here. Usually, as a developer, you have to go to Dev Studio. Let's experience the Dev Studio. Click on Dev Studio. See, Dev Studio is for development, right? App Studio is also for development. App Studio is express development. What do you mean by that? Means it's a shortcut way of development. Let me tell you, your App Studio is just 10%, not even 10, 5% of Dev Studio. App Studio is for the purpose of quick development of very few things in PEGA, very few things, not everything. Dev Studio is a full-fledged developer studio. Okay, Dev Studio. I'll go where? Click on App Studio and choose Dev Studio. Dev Studio stands for Developer Studio. I am going to choose this. Okay, I have to show you something here. Okay, when you go to Dev Studio, click on App Explorer on left side. Click on App Explorer in the left panel. In the left panel. Left panel means this is left panel. Where do you have App Explorer? Here. Just for your information. See, on top, this is what you need to make an observation. How many applications you have access to? We can see we have access to 2 applications. What are those? You want to know? Click on that. What are those applications? Those are AXA Insurance Group, which is FW app. No. Second one is PEGA platform, which is Enterprise FW, provided by PEGA. So by login to framework application, you are getting access to 2 applications. What are those? But you are getting current application which you have logged in framework plus PEGA platform also you are able to access. So let me log off here. That's it. You just wanted to log in and experience it. That's it. Nothing other than that. Now do what? Let's experience. Now let's log into IMPL implementation application. You have the credentials of the same. This is the password. devimpl@axa.com. What is that? devimpl@axa.com, password this one, and then log in. Again, for this application, you are trying to log in for the first time. You're trying to log in for the first time into this application. It is asking to change the password. Rules, change password. It will take you in as usual process. So first time when you are doing, you may refer the document. Second time onwards, you should remember, but doing it more number of times, you will be able to remember all these things. Okay. Generate division layer. We will learn about divisions later. Okay. See here, App Studio 2. Go to Dev Studio. So Dev Studio you go to. Again, what should I do? App Explorer. So click on App Explorer. How many applications you are seeing now? What are those? First one, implementation application. See, you always have to talk about the first application as the application where you logged in. I logged into implementation. Below that, FWR. Below that, by login to implementation, you are getting access to how many applications? 3 applications. You can just log off here. You can just so the application into which you logged in is called as current application. Current application. Current application is implementation. It has a built-on framework which has a built-on PEGA plan. This is just a practice of navigations, just a hands-on practice to create a new application, and you learn purely navigations. How to create application on top of PEGA platform, how to create application on top of framework. So this is what you have learned. So today's session is completely about learning navigations and on how to create applications. So this is the document which you will be receiving. See here, you go where yours is 612, right? 612 demo, no? Demo it. PEGA class November 08-2023. You can download from here. This document can be downloaded. Videos cannot be downloaded. So the today's practical document I'll be attaching here, and here you go. All of you are there in this Google Classroom. This is a demo classroom. This classroom will be changed later. Same classroom will not be continued. Theory class running notes and practical document I have attached. If any other theory document is there, I will attach that document also. Okay, here you go now.
Will you be posting a video recording, sir?
Video recording, I think today I'm not sure they will give you in YouTube or they will give you direct, I mean like access. You will be receiving anyhow an update on WhatsApp, right? See, they might have sent you the details about the fees payment, right? So you can proceed accordingly, whatever they request you. We attended 3 days demo classes and 3 days regular classes. Overall, this is 6 days that you are here. Okay. I think pretty much enough time they have given you to decide. And application and types of application I have already provided now. So no other theory document, only class running notes and practical document with screenshots I am posting here. Correct. Thank you for reminding. I will be adding on safe side. I'll be adding how to change password document. Okay, that's better. How to change password, right? How to change password of operator. If you forget any operator ID password, you can use this document as a reference. Only if you forget, you need to use this. If you know, don't use it. But if you want to experience about how to change, then you can try once. Okay, but it is not mandatory that all of you should go through how to change password. Only when you want to experience that changing password, then. But while changing, you give some password which you can remember generally. Every time you cannot change, right? So that's it for now. And we are going to continue to look at the theory part. Tomorrow will be we are going to discuss about this design, what we have created now. Okay, this is forward engineering. This is called as forward. Constructing from the bottom to top is forward engineering. Already constructed house is there. You are trying to understand its design by reverse engineering. That is called as reverse engineering. Tomorrow we will reverse engineer this to understand that connectivity between implementation framework, PEGA platform framework. PEGA platform is connected to framework, no? Framework is connected with this connectivity where it is being defined in PEGA. Okay, that we have to understand by going through the reverse engineering. Tomorrow session will be reverse engineering this design what we have done to understand the connectivity points. That is the most important session than this navigations. Anyone can do this. Okay, your requirements, business requirements will not be always forward engineering. You will get forward engineering scratch from the beginning. You will get reverse engineering requirements to understand the design and enhance it and change request. You will get requirements related to identifying the defect and fix it, and you'll get requirements to bug fixing and all. So there are two ways of engineering in anything in this world. One is forward engineering, second one is reverse engineering. Those who are strong at forward engineering can understand reverse engineering easily. Those who know only forward engineering is just a developer of 30% knowledge. Those who are good at forward plus backward both, you are going to be 100% a good developer. Okay, so for today you can wind up. It is 8 o'clock. We will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow also you just while before you come down tomorrow, practice it. So you set up your machine laptop on or before this Friday.